Alright, I'm going to do a quick review here of a couple different receivers and a couple different goggles. Just ordered these goggles for my dad. These are the Fat Shark Attitude V4s, and it came with a Tru D FuriousFPV module on there. I'm flying my normal goggles also, which are Fat Shark Dominator V3s, and then the module is a Realacc 5808, sorry, rx5808. So I'm just gonna do a quick comparison of the goggles, about how what the different views look like, how the screens look, and then also the modules, which I'm kind of interested in. I've never flown anything besides the module I have. Here's the recap, overall my thoughts here. These Attitude V3s, picture quality seems to be pretty much the same. You have different aspect ratios. So we're 4:3 on the Attitude V4s, and then on the Dominator V3 we're at 16:9. So this is more like a widescreen feel. This one's more like your square screen feel. So overall, the screen on this one feels taller. Like when you're looking, you have more view. The screen is close and there's more up and down view. Here in these Dominator V3s, it's like it's stretched out, so you're seeing more picture on the side of your eyes and less on the top, is what it feels like. I did set these, I set up my my camera on the front of my car, and then I looked in both of these receivers at the same time, and the picture that's in each of them is exactly the same. I can see the same distance left to right, and I can see the same thing top to bottom. So the picture's actually being stretched or squished, whichever one. It feels to me like it's squished on the Attitude V4. It feels squished, but I'm used to this 16:9 picture, so I'm used to it being stretched. But anyhow, the picture basically the same. If you prefer more of a square picture, you would go with these Attitude V4s. If you prefer more of a rectangular picture, or like more in your peripheral view, that would be these 16:9s. Also, another difference that I noticed on these, between these two goggles, the Dominator V3 has an HDMI port on the bottom, so that you could watch, you know, you could do video games or connect to your sim or some other, that's an HDMI input, so you can connect it to the computer. This one does not have that. That's about all that I see different. This one has a cover for the fan on the Attitude V3. Also, it only has one module bay, so you can put in a diversity module like this one, but there's not a second bay on this side. This one has two bays. So this Dominator V3 has a second bay over here. It's not, I'm not using it right now, but if I wanted to, we could run that second receiver that's on the opposite side. The picture pretty much the same. I didn't see any difference in resolution or quality. Now, when we talk about the difference of these two receivers, though, I did see a difference in this Tru D receiver. I'm actually thinking about buying one for myself for my other pair, for these goggles, the Dominator V3s. The switching between the two channels is very, very fast. I didn't see a click or a switch between one and the next. Picture seemed very clear. I took it all the same places. I feel like the picture didn't break up as much. We'll look back on the DVR and...
There ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I'll be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Didn't even get to cross. I said I'm moving too far. Get to glass.
So overall, I think the difference between these two is minimal. If you can find one of them for a better price than the other, then just pick the one that you can get for a little bit cheaper, unless you're planning on hooking it up to a sim. If you want to watch it through the sim, there is a data cable. I don't know if that's an S-Video. There's probably some way to hook this to a sim, but this one came with like HDMI ports and such, so that you can hook it straight into an HDMI cable, which was the easiest way for me to do it. That would be the biggest difference between these two that I noticed. There's a wheel on this one to adjust. This one has buttons on the top. But pretty much, the goggles are very similar. I like the look of these here. These normally come, I like the look of these Attitude V3s. There's like anniversary edition, so they did a cool paint job on them. This one has a wrap, so normally they'll come white and blue. But anyhow, that's the summary, that's the wrap up. Those are my thoughts. That's it.